it is almost wild how a quiet family moment can shine brighter than any stadium spotlight. And that is exactly what you see when you step into the world of Jim Nantz and his kids. One second, you were thinking about his legendary broadcasting career, and the next, you realize the real story has been happening right beside him, tucked into the seats at every game, wrapped up in the laughter and traditions only a tight family can carry. And before we dive all the way in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your bells so you never miss a first-hand update on stories just like this. Jim Nantz is many things in the public eye, but at home, he is simply a dad of three, and honestly, that feels like the role he enjoys the most. Caroline, Finley, and Jameson are the center of his world, and you can almost feel that energy in the way he talks about them. It is funny, maybe even a little surprising, to see how deeply his kids absorbed his love for sports. It's like the enthusiasm just seeped into the walls of their home, and the kids picked it up the way you pick up a family recipe without ever being taught. They show up at games not just as spectators, but as a little team of their own, cheering with the same fire their dad brings to the mic. Caroline, the eldest, came into his life back in 1994 when Jim was married to Lori Carlson. Growing up, she watched her father balance fame, long travel days, and the pressure of being the voice of American sports. Maybe that is what nudged her toward studying communication at USC, like she was following a familiar melody. She later moved into media and HR, finding her own lane, although you get the sense she never drifted far from her family roots. In 2023, she married Andy Delaney, and from everything out there, it seems like she has managed to keep that strong bond with her siblings intact. Actually, that part says a lot, because adult life has a way of scattering families, but not this one. Then there's Finley, born in 2014, who spent her early years growing up near Pebble Beach. That alone sounds like something out of a postcard. When the family later moved to Nashville, she adapted with the kind of ease only kids can manage. What stands out most, though, is how she embraced her dad's sports world. During the 2020 lockdown, Jim talked about how unexpectedly precious that pause in life became. Suddenly, everyone was home, no flights, no tournaments, just days that felt slower and fuller. Finley especially seemed to bloom in that space. She's known for showing up to support the Houston Cougars, cheering like she's been doing it her whole life. It's not forced, not for show, just genuine love for the family's traditions. Jameson, the youngest, arrived in 2016 after what Jim once described as a risky pregnancy. Maybe that's why the bond he shares with his parents feels a little extra tender. He adores Goff, which honestly makes perfect sense. And he has the kind of encouragement around him that any kid would dream of. Even Andy Reid, yes, that Andy Reid, cheers him on like he's part of the extended tribe. It's a sweet picture, and maybe I'm reading into it, but it feels like Jameson is growing up in a bubble of support that will probably shape him for a long time. When you zoom out and look at the whole family, one theme keeps circling back, and it's the power of closeness. Jim scaled back his busy schedule in recent years, which is a big deal for someone with his career. But he did it because he wanted to be present. Not halfway present, but fully there. His kids have developed their own interests, their own rhythms, yet somehow they still orbit around the same shared rituals. Sports anchor them. Family outings anchor them. Even simple game nights or shared meals seem to keep everyone knitted together. And that consistency, that shared love for the same things, makes their bond feel like something sturdy, something that was shaped on purpose. It's kind of like a well-practiced playbook that everyone in the family instinctively knows. So when you look at the Nantz family today, what you see is not just a legendary broadcaster and his children. You see a unit that chose to grow together rather than apart. You see a father who shifted his life to make room for memories. You see kids who found their way but kept their roots close.
What do you think about this story, and does it remind you of any family traditions of your own?